Hi, good life family. What's good and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Welcome to a new video and a new movie review. Today, as you must have already seen from the title and the thumbnail, I am going to be reviewing the movie titled Ashes and Light, currently showing on Uchenna Mbnabo TV here on YouTube. This movie is produced by Nlewedim and directed by Chijioke. The movie stars notable faces like Nlewedim herself, Clinton Joshua, Nana Boamah, Ngozi Obi, and of course some other talented actors and actresses. This movie was a simple yet beautiful contemporary drama that explores themes of love, romance, betrayal, self-discovery, and some other good stuff. It started off on a very light-hearted and ceremonial note, and just almost immediately it transitions into some serious chaos. From the beginning of the movie, we could see a young bride getting ready for her wedding. Today is supposed to be her wedding day in the movie, and the role of the bride is played by Nlewedim, and the name of the character is Nicole in the movie. Nicole is seen getting ready for her wedding. Everybody's around, her bridesmaids, everybody's around, energy, congratulating her, telling her how beautiful she looks. And then suddenly, a serious kasala that is on the verge of exploding, on the verge of bursting, was gently and quietly and politely delivered to her in a beautiful gift bag wrapped up in pink ribbon. This parcel was delivered to her by her chief bridesmaid and best friend in this particular movie, and she opens it and finds what her eyes saw. Her mouth was not able to talk it. Anyway, long story short, what she saw in the gift box was an obscene photo of her fiance, soon to be husband, in a very controversial situation and position with her best friend. And everywhere scatter, kasala, bust, wedding, cancelled, everybody go home. And what that means in simple plain terms is she found out from the package, or from the content of the package, that her fiance has been cheating on her with her best friend. Human being, bad. Anyway, obviously the wedding ended and there was no wedding, and she went home. No, she didn't go home actually. She was crying along the road, and just, that moment when something happens, like something that blows your mind happens, something deeply saddening happens, and all you just want to do is cry and wonder, not knowing what to do with your life at that point in time, forgetting that there's life after every bad occurrence. So she begins just walking the streets of Abuja, just wandering on bare feet in her beautiful wedding dress, tears and mascara rolling down her face because of the incidents that she had just experienced, and she happens to run into a frustrated driver. A frustrated driver at that particular point in time. From the look of things, he had been having a bad day, and the role of the driver is played by Clinton Joshua, by the way, and the name of the character is Austin. So basically, Austin just takes her, or she requests for him to take her and just drive, go somewhere, anywhere, get me away from here kind of vibe. So he just takes her and he drives, and anyway, one thing leads to the other, and they become friends after that incident, because he found out every single thing that happened, and along the line she finds out that she's pregnant too. She's pregnant for her ex-husband. So she starts another round of cry all over again. But then Austin assures her that everything is going to be all right, and yeah, it's not the end of the world. So from there on, they start to get to know each other, become cozy, and small sparks start to fly. Anyway, along the line, the fiance finds out that she is pregnant and carrying his baby. Obviously, he comes back and he's trying to make amends. He's ready for them to get back together. Apparently, he wants to get back in her life, but she doesn't want none of that. She said she's ready to co-parent, but as far as getting back together is concerned, count her out. So she said. But then there's a lot of pressure on the family, from the family members. Everybody's saying, it's good to raise the child together with the daddy in this one and that one. And all of that kind of, typical advice that you would hear from people when anybody's involved in this kind of situation. And her mom is like, forgive your ex, so he's sorry because this Uber driver now that you want to be befriending is not the best option for you, and it's just always better to raise a child with the father. In simple terms, that was their main argument, and the man is sorry. And to be very honest, I understood where they were coming from. I actually understand where they're coming from, because in reality, if it is something that is forgivable, and the man is actually genuinely sorry, it is safer, not like it is the best option, but like it's usually safer to just be with the father of your child, because number one, every child in all honesty deserves to be in a proper family where there's like a mom and a dad, right? We don't talk about it enough, but like the whole situation of co-parenting, it takes a toll on the children in one way or the other, and you may not know. And again, for the woman on her own part, it's actually also safer for her to just be with the father of her child if he has actually repented. But now the problem is that somebody that cheats on you with your best friend, for that matter, you cannot repent. Like it's a sign of someone who lacks self-control. And that thing that made him to cheat on you with your best friend today, he will still do it again tomorrow. Like it's not guaranteed that it's not happen again. That's the danger in it. But if it is something that is forgivable, something that somebody can actually repent, and you're 100% sure this person has repented from that act and it won't happen again, it's usually safer to be with the father of your children or the father of your child. But then what about your mental health? I would like to know, like, what do you guys think about this particular kind of situation? I know a lot of people agree with her mom and sister with regards to the advice they gave her about, like, it's good to be with the father of your child, forgive him and forget, he has repented. And to be very honest, it's like the safest option if the man is genuinely sorry, as opposed to getting married to a fresh new man, you know, because this other guy, on the other hand, Austin, he's young, he hasn't been married before, he doesn't have a child anywhere, he's basically just starting his life. It is not a safe option, you know, under normal circumstances. Let's be someone that you can vouch for, like he's 100% genuine and he loves you regardless of like any situation, like Austin in this particular movie. But then in real life situations, it's actually very, very tricky. The options are like really tricky, right? But anyway, back to the movie. Austin catches feelings. He likes her, he wants them to have like a thing, but the pressure from the family to just be with her ex fiance, considering that he seems to have repented as at that time, was just a lot on her. So she went back to him. She went back to him. They're preparing to do another wedding and all of that, but she found out that he's still the same old pig that he was before. He hadn't repented anything. And her best friend was pregnant, and apparently they had a thing together again after the whole incident of the wedding. So that means that same thing that happened to him before that made him to make that mistake the first time, it will continue to happen. Like there's no redemption for this one. Just kick him out. Like next please. You don't wahala done too much. So the whole thing breaks up again, and yeah. Anyway, fast forward to after the whole incident, when everything happened, she actually gets over it. And from the movie, we see that she and Austin get back to talking, and I mean, the movie ends up with Austin coming back to like just check on her, how you doing? She has her baby, catching up, you know, on like old times and all of that, and really the rest of everything to our imagination. I enjoyed watching this movie because it was a very mature, slow burn movie. Like there was no unnecessary drama, no unnecessary shenanigans, no unnecessary noise in this particular movie. I love that it's actually, you know, like kind of showcased an issue that seems to be a very realistic problem in modern day society. I love that the story was very much in touch with reality. And another thing that I want to talk about that stood out to me in this movie that I actually loved was the casting. Especially Erica and her family. I mean, that's Nicole, the main character in this movie, and her family. I don't know if it's just me or if another person noticed it, but let me know, like, drop your own opinion about this particular thing I'm saying in the comment section. I feel like the casting was actually spot on. Erica and her family, like, they could easily pass for family members in real life. I felt like the person that casted the actresses that were in Erica's family, from her mom to her sister and Erica herself, did a good job because they all actually look alike. There was just this coziness about them that I noticed and I observed that stood out to me, and it was just basically giving actual family in real life. And then as for the individual performances of the actors in this particular movie, well, considering that this particular movie did not really require any actor or actress to do anything out of the ordinary, I think every single one of them brought in the right amount of energy that was required for this movie. And I love the flow of energy amongst the actors and actresses. I think everything else was, in check in the movie. Nothing fell below my expectations. I loved watching the movie. It was actually quite enjoyable. Let me know how you felt about the movie if you've seen it, and then if you haven't, take my word for it and go check the movie out. It's something that it's a mature movie, it's a slow burn movie, you would enjoy it, right? Then for a rating, I think Well, 6/10 is a fair rating for this particular movie, given that there was nothing so fascinating about the movie, right? Nothing so fascinating about the story. It was just a very simple, slow burn movie, and I enjoyed watching it. But then, aside from that, that's basically all that there is to the movie. Let me know how you rate it if you have seen it, and then if you haven't, go check it out. And if you still have time on your hands, probably come back and let me know how you rate it and how you felt about watching the movie. And yeah, that brings us to the end of this particular movie review. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for watching. If you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please click on the subscribe button to get subscribed to this channel and join the Good Life family. Turn on your notifications to get notified whenever I put out new awesome and amazing content like this. And that being said, until I come again to your screen next time, I remain your girl, Mimi Nasike. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all dearly, and God bless you. Bye.